Hi guys, welcome back to the Fortune Tech Space. If you're new to this channel, kindly subscribe, and if you're already subscribed, thanks for coming back to watch this. In this video, I want us to look at some processes that I go through anytime I create content and how we can automate those processes. Now, when I upload a video content to YouTube, I go to Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn to spread the news that, hey guys, check out this video on my YouTube channel. Check out this video. And I repeat that for all these social media platforms, right? Same as if I write content on my blog, on my website, I do same thing. I go to Twitter, I go to Instagram, I go to TikTok, I go to all the platforms that I use, LinkedIn, just to let them know that I have uploaded some blog on my website. And in order not to keep doing this one by one, I'm writing a program that is going to do these things for me. So that's what this video is all about. And in this particular one, I'm going to be automating Twitter. I don't want the video to be long, so we are going to divide all this platform into different videos where I'll be treating each platform singly, but it's all going to be in one file, which when I just click with just one command, it's going to spread the news to all the social media platforms. So that's what this video is all about. And if this is something you like to watch, keep watching. See you in the coding session. Bye bye. So guys, I'm going to walk you guys through this simple chart. So basically, as I said in the intro, I'm going to be uploading content on YouTube, which is my main content hub. And then after uploading it, I'd want to, alert my followers on different social media platforms that I have uploaded content on YouTube, and Twitter being my third favorite social platform apart from TikTok and YouTube. I would like to automate that process in this video, and then in the subsequent videos I'll be automating the other social platforms, right? So that being said, I found a Python library that allows you to connect with Twitter API directly instead of me having to deal with Twitter API. There's this Python library which is called tweepy. Now tweepy, I have looked into tweepy, and they kind of like do what I'm looking for. That is to make a post to direct my followers to my new video and also like the post at the same time. So that being said, let me start the project by creating my folder, and then I'll take from there. So first things first, we're going to be creating a virtual environment since we will be installing some Python packages, right? So inside our automation, we're going to create a virtual environment. So I mostly use this. So I'm just creating a virtual environment using virtual env, and my virtual environment folder will be called vm, or let's say automation env. Automation env, right? So it has been created, and if you look inside, we have automation env here. So you need to activate it, and to activate it, we just do this. automation env, and it activates it, as you can see over here, right? So now that we are activated, we would want to go to, we would have to now install the Python library that would allow us connect to Twitter API, which is over here, as you can see over here. So Py3, I'd like to use Py3 install Twitter Py, right? Then once that is installed, that's going to be installed on the virtual environment instead of my laptop, um whatever, right? So that has been done. So what it means is that we can easily, get into our VS Code and then import tweepy, right? We can easily get into our VS Code and install tweepy. So let's do that. Import tweepy. The name sounds funny though. Now in order for us to connect to it, tweepy, we need to provide some keys that I have already created from from my Twitter development account. So if you don't have it, you should get it. So I'm going to just import all that details in here, and then I'll walk you guys through. So you can see over here I have Twitter customer API key, Twitter customer API key secret, and then I have the access token and I have the access token secret. Now my keys are going to be inside of my environment, so you wouldn't see it here, and that is the best way to handle tokens and all that. Now we can see that we need to import OS, so we just do that. It comes with Python, so you just do like this, and then you have your code sorted. Now that we have our keys inside our project, we would want to authenticate it with the tweepy API. So to authenticate that with the tweepy API, we need to use the OAuth handler. Now tweepy has an OAuth handler that allows you to import your keys and to authenticate the API, right? So now that we've authenticated the API, we would want to write our function, and I would name this function Twitter, and the Twitter that is going to receive the content, right? We write a function that is going to receive the content that we want to upload to YouTube. So let's say content. Then first things first, we want to be sure that our API has been, our access key has been able to connect with the API, the authentication, making sure that authentication is right before we even hit any API. So in order to do that, we will want to call Twitter API, this one here. We'll do this, and then the tweepy has a function called verify credentials. Verify credentials, right? So what this does is that you are basically trying to tell the tweepy that we just connected our keys and we want to verify if they actually work, right? So if they work fine, if they don't, then we want to throw an error. So let's introduce a try. Let's introduce a try catch inside our program, right? Try and accept. So this is just a basic thing, right? So when it serves, then we want to return the function. Probably just return this and then print something in our terminal saying that let's say authentication failed, right? Let's say auth failed, right? Sorry. So auth failed. and then here we want to print saying that auth is verified, and this has to be a string, right? So this will do the check for us, and then once the check goes through successfully, if it doesn't go through successfully, it will just return and not run any code under this. But because it would be successful, or when it gets successful, then we want to continue running the function. So then once this is done, then we want to create the tweet, right? Then the next thing we want to do is to create the tweet. So create a tweet. So create a tweet. And to create a tweet, tweepy has a function called update status, and that is what we use in creating the tweet on Twitter, on the Twitter wall, the Twitter street. So let's write a function, say post tweet, right? And this function will take Twitter. This function will take Twitter API dot update status, right? Update status, and this status is where we put in the content that we want to send to Twitter, because this would actually create the Twitter and make it live on your Twitter walls, right? So we are going to import our content that we passed to our function, right? And then once that is done, as I said, we create the tweet, and then we like it. So we've created a post, and then we want to like the tweet. We created the tweet and want to like the tweet, right? So to like a tweet, we do create favorite. So there's a function in the documentation. I have looked at the documentation already, so I know what's next, just to make this video faster. So in order to like the tweet, we want to do Twitter API dot create favorite. Then we pass in the ID of the tweet that was created. So the ID like this, and that'll be it. So we create the tweet, and then we like the tweet over here. So that will be it. And once that is done, we return the function with, say, an empty string, because we don't need it any elsewhere, right? So once that is done, you then want to now call the function in order for it to execute. So in order to do that, we want to call the function, which is Twitter. We want to call the function, call the function which is Twitter. See, the call function which is Twitter, that takes the content, right, like this. Now this content isn't available yet, so let's create the content. The content should be like this. So let's say this is, I'm going to import a content. I'm going to import my content in here like this. So this says that testing bot tips to write clean code, right? And then I import my URL, the link to the video on YouTube, right? So yeah, and then that content is being parsed here. So if I run this code, it should post my content on Twitter for me and as well like it. So let's save this code, and then let's save this code and import our keys. So this is my key that I have in my terminal, and then I'm going to run my code. To run my code, I need to do Python. I need to do Python, and then the name of the file, which is Twitter, twitter.py, right? Twitter.py. And when I hit enter, you should see it on my timeline, my Twitter wall, whatever it is called. So it says over here that auth is verified, and then it just ended it there. So let's refresh Twitter. Let's refresh Twitter. This is the original post, which was done in 16th of June. And let's refresh this. Refreshing Twitter now to see if my code gets pushed to my Twitter walls. So here you go. Testing bot tips to write clean code, and it was liked automatically. So let's delete this tweet and then probably change the content of it just to be sure that our code works as expected. Testing bot with my community. So I'm gonna just say that, and then I'll run my code again. It says again that it has been verified, and then so let's refresh, reload the page, and then here you go, testing bot with my community, and then the link that shows up in this format. So yes, it doesn't make sense to just automate Twitter, so I'll be automating the other ones as well. And anytime I do that, I'm going to upload it on YouTube so you guys see and learn